I'll be asking you to do a number of things today. Some of the things may be easy for you, but some things may seem hard. Most people do not know every answer or finish everything, but please try your best. Do you have any questions?
No.
Empty. Point to the picture that shows empty.
D.
Point to jar.
A.
Point to pear.
C.
Point to doze.
D.
Point to pen.
B.
Point to festive.
D.
Point to exhausted.
A.
Point to identical.
B.
Point to canine.
D.
Point to astounded.
C.
Point to currency.
A.
Point to descending.
A.
Point to ravine.
B.
Point to tethered.
C.
Point to pinnacle.
B. I don't know.
Point to opaque.
Opaque. No clue.
Point to solitary.
A.
Point to bucolic.
Bucolic. I have no clue.
Point to ponderous.
D.
Alrighty, we're done with the first one. It's okay.
I had no
that's
clue what some
alright.
of those words even were. I've never heard any of them.
That's okay. Now I will play some recordings. You will hear different things, like stories, commercials, and people talking to each other. Listen carefully, because I cannot play them again. After each one, I will ask you questions about what you heard. This picture will be here to remind you to listen carefully.
Sally is doing her homework today because tomorrow her family is going to Grandma's house for Sunday dinner.
What day is Sally visiting Grandma?
Sunday.
Jackie plans to get her brother a puppy for his birthday. First, she must get her parents' permission. If they say yes, she will go to the animal shelter and make her choice.
What does Jackie have to do before she goes to the animal shelter?
Get permission from her parents.
Grandfather, look! My kitten climbed high up into the tree. Come down, kitty.
Don't worry, Amy. She's all right.
I called to her, but she didn't move. I'm going to climb up there and help her down.
No, Amy, you don't need to climb up there. Your kitten will come down when she's ready.
Why did Amy want to climb the tree?
Because her kitten climbed up the tree.
What reason did Amy's grandfather give her for not climbing the tree?
That her cat would come down when she pleased. I don't know.
Hey kids! How would you like your very own mug free? Choose from 4 see-through plastic mugs. Each mug has a picture of one of your favorite wild animals. There's a gorilla, a kangaroo, a giraffe, and a lion. To get your animal mug, have Mom or Dad pick up a gallon of Dairy Princess milk at any grocery store. Remember, Dairy Princess is the best milk for growing kids, and it's the only milk that gives you a free animal mug.
What do you get free?
An animal mug if you buy some of the milk.
Name 2 of the animals shown on the mugs.
Zebra and lion? I don't know.
Ready?
Yeah.
Richard and his sister went to the circus. First, they saw a woman taming a lion. Then they watched elephants doing tricks. Finally, they saw people standing on horses' backs as the people rode them. And all the while, clowns were making faces and doing tricks for the crowd.
Which animal did Richard see last?
Elephants? I don't know.
Ready?
Julie enjoys watching sports on television, especially soccer. She also likes to play basketball with her big sister. Still, she would give up both of these to play volleyball at the park with her friends.
Which sport does Julie most like to watch on television?
Volleyball. Wait, no, basketball.
Ready?
Hey kids, don't pass up this offer. You could spend all day at the zoo absolutely free. Cut out the word Chewies from 3 specially marked bags of Chewies. The word Chewies from any size bag will be accepted, but no individual Chewies wrappers, please. Send the 3 cutouts to the address on the specially marked bag. Then we'll send you a free pass to the zoo. And when you go to the zoo, pick up a bag of Chewies to chew on. But don't feed Chewies to the animals. Chewies are only for people. Limit 1 pass per customer. Allow 4 weeks for delivery.
How many cutouts do you need to send in to get a free
3.
pass? After you send in the cutouts, what is the longest time you will have to wait for the free pass?
4 weeks.
Ready?
Yep.
The 4th of July is Troy's favorite holiday. Every year, his family watches the morning parade downtown. In the afternoon, they have a picnic at River Park. In the evening, they all go to the fireworks display at the high school. The fireworks are Troy's favorite part of the day.
What is the first event Troy's family goes to on the 4th of July?
Oh. I don't know.
Ready?
Yep.
The proposed office building has several advantages over the current one. It is closer to a major highway. It has a more efficient heating and cooling system. It is better insulated, and it has better parking.
Name 2 advantages given for the proposed building.
Better parking and air conditioning.
Ready?
Yep.
Gerald has 3 main reasons for running for class vice president. First, he wants to make a contribution to the class. Second, he has never been the class vice president before. Third, and most important to Gerald, he wants to be in politics when he is an adult, and this election will give him good experience.
What office is Gerald running for?
Vice President.
To Gerald, what is the most important reason for running for office?
No clue.
Ready?
Walking is good exercise for people of all ages. It requires no expensive equipment or clothing, and it can be done at any time of day and in almost any place. Unlike running, there is no stress put on the walker's joints. Best of all, it stimulates the heart and lungs and helps condition many different muscle groups.
What advantage does walking have over running?
It doesn't do something to your joints. I forgot the word.
Besides health, what is one reason given in support of walking?
You can do it at any time of day.
Ready?
Yep.
Here's an amazing offer. Get a copy of the complete Handbook of Olympic Sports absolutely free. Just join the Sports Writers Book Series, a continuing collection of the finest books on sports, written by top sports writers and carefully selected by our staff. You'll be billed only $16.95 for each book you receive, far less than you'd expect to pay in a bookstore. And for a limited time only, we'll send you the first book in the series, Runners and Running, at less than half price. Just imagine, less than half price for the first book, plus your Olympic Sports Handbook absolutely free. Don't wait. Send $7.95 today or call toll-free to use your credit card. We'll rush your first book and your free handbook within 3 weeks. Each month thereafter, we'll send a new book in the series. Cancel any time after the first book. Operators are standing by. Pick up the phone and call now.
What is the first book in the series about?
I forgot.
How much do you have to spend before you get the free item?
Oh. I don't remember that because it was at the beginning of the story.
Ready?
Yep.
Ms. Franklin has always loved trains. She hopes to win a train trip across southern Canada. The trip begins on the west coast at Vancouver and takes passengers nearly 3,000 miles across Canada to Toronto. Because the trip takes an entire week, the prize includes a plane trip back home.
In what direction would Miss Franklin be traveling for most of the train trip that she wants to win?
Northwest?
Ready?
Yep.
Unemployment in the state declined by 0.75% in 1 month. Officials in the Department of Labor attributed the decline to job opportunities created by students returning to school and to increases in the demand for unskilled and skilled workers in service industries across the state.
By how much did unemployment change in 1 month and in what direction?
I don't know.
What effect did students have on unemployment in 1 month?
They started creating like student jobs or something. Something similar to that.
Thank you so much for working hard on that part. Do you need a break or anything right now, or
Nope.
still want to keep moving?
I'm good.
Okay. I have some stories and passages for you to read. You can choose to read out loud or silently. After each one, I will ask you questions about what you have read. Tell me when you have finished reading this advertisement. Start reading now. What word does the advertisement use to describe the cartoon characters?
They say their names and famous faces cover the front of the entire thing.
What type of 100% cotton is used to make these shirts?
100% pre-shrunk cotton.
What information is given in the advertisement about cleaning the shirts?
They are machine washable.
What are the shirt sizes that can be ordered?
Extra small, small, medium, or large.
Why does the Ollie Owl shirt cost more than the other two shirts?
Because it's long sleeve only.
What other information would someone need to know in order to purchase one of these shirts?
I don't know.
Tell me when you have finished reading this passage. Start reading now. Besides colorful, which word best describes gobbledygook?
Bouncy.
What 3 ingredients must you have to make gobbledygook?
Borax, water, and glue.
Why must you do steps 1 and 2 before you do step 3?
I don't know.
How does step 4 change the gobbledygook?
It makes it colorful. You make it colorful at that time.
What is the next step after stirring in the food coloring?
You put the gobbledygook on a piece of plastic and leave it alone for 3 minutes.
How long do you have to mix the borax and water with the glue and water?
3 minutes.
What do you predict would happen if you skipped step 5?
It wouldn't work. Like it wouldn't be bouncy or something.
Which words in the passage say it is okay to touch gobbledygook with your bare hands?
Oh! It doesn't.
Tell me when you have finished reading this passage. Start reading now.
Done.
According to the passage, who is Quawar?
The person who does the magic and stuff? Or he's a turtle? I don't know.
After Quawar decided to create land, what gave him the idea to use turtles?
Because their shell was hard and it would be above the water.
Name 2 things mentioned in the passage that were there before Quawar created land.
Water and water and I don't know.
What did Quawar do to grow trees?
He stuck his fingers in the soil like this.
Why did the turtles try to move away from each other?
Because they didn't want to always be right next to each other.
Why couldn't the turtle brothers move away from each other?
Because they had California on their back.
What type of natural disaster occurs when the turtle brothers disagree?
An earthquake.
According to the passage, what group of people probably began telling this story?
Probably a group of people. I don't know.
All done with that one. Thank you.
Ooh.
Need a break or still
I'm good.
doing good? Okay. And a pencil. I will read some questions to you. You may use this paper and pencil at any time to help you work a problem. On what day of the week is the 14th?
Tuesday.
Neil had 5 marbles and was given 3 more. How many marbles does Neil have now?
8.
These beads form a pattern on the pegs. How many beads would be put on the empty peg to complete this pattern?
4.
How many pennies does it take to equal the value of 1 dime?
10.
This graph shows the number of books given to the city library by students from 4 different schools. Going across the bottom of the graph, the schools are Central, Johnson, West, Eastman. The numbers on the side show the number of books given by each school. How many books did Eastman School give?
40 books.
What number goes here?
7.
What time is shown on this clock?
8:15.
Which is worth more, 7 pennies, 6 nickels, or 1 quarter?
The nickels. Because that's 30 and a quarter is 25. And then 7 pennies is 7 cents.
This graph shows the number of people who rode each fair ride. The rides were the Ferris wheel, roller coaster, merry-go-round, water slide, pirate ship, and train. The numbers on the side show the number of people who rode each ride. How many people rode the Ferris wheel?
15.
What number is in the tens place?
80. Or 8. Either one.
Which number is in the hundred thousands place?
100,000s. Thousandths or thousands?
Thousands.
9.
Robert has 6 toys. Together, Robert and Max have 15 toys. How many toys does Max have?
He has 9 toys.
If you flipped a coin 10 times, how many times would you expect the coin to land on heads?
5. 50%.
Mrs. Riviera served cake for dessert. She cut the cake into 6 equal pieces. If Carlos eats 2 pieces and Jenna eats 1 piece, what fraction of the cake would be left?
A half.
A classroom has 4 rows of desks. Each row has the same number of desks. There are a total of 24 desks. How many desks are in each row?
6.
If today is the 3rd of the month and Anita's cousin will come to visit on the 17th, how many weeks must Anita wait until her cousin arrives?
2.
If you cut a cake into 6 equal pieces, what fraction of the cake would each piece be?
1/6.
Which choice shows that what this triangle will look like if the graph paper is rotated 90 degrees to the right?
B. Wait. No. Wait. D. No. It's B.
Put these fractions in order from smallest to largest.
1/5 first, 1/4 second, 1/3 third, and 1/2 fourth. I think. I haven't done fractions since last year.
Find the perimeter in meters.
Oh. Isn't the perimeter the outside of it?
I cannot help you. Just do the best you can.
20 meters?
What is the next number in this pattern?
Oh, no.
Assuming angle A is 90 degrees and angle B is 20 degrees, what is the number of degrees in angle C?
30 degrees.
Kurt went to sleep at 10:30 p.m. and woke up at 7 a.m. the next morning. How long did Kurt sleep?
No clue.
Paul has scores of 95, 80, 85, and 80 on his first 4 math tests. What is his average test score?
80, I'd say.
You can go. We're done. Thank you.